Is your C-suite on board cybersecurity strategy a shield against ransomware or a welcome mat for cybercriminals? Welcome to Cyber Broadcast episode 112, where we confront the insidious threat of ransomware and malware, as exemplified by the recent attack on Managed Care of North America Dental, MCNA, a major dental care provider, in March of 2023. MCNA Dental fell victim to a crippling ransomware attack, compromising the personal data of nearly 9 million patients, including names, addresses, social security numbers, and government-issued ID numbers. The attackers eventually posted the 700 gigabyte worth of data they stole to their website for anyone to download because their $10 million ransomware demand wasn't paid. This breach, fueled by malicious ransomware, serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for robust cybersecurity measures not just in the healthcare sector, but all sectors, and not just in the average employee ranks, but from the board down. The ransomware attack on MCNA systems, anchored in theft of critical data that ultimately disrupted operations and jeopardized patient confidentiality, highlights a nefarious tactic and growing sophistication of cybercriminals that bring continued devastating impact to organizational resilience. This breach underscores the imperative for C-suites and boards to prioritize cybersecurity measures, particularly in combating the escalating threat of ransomware and malware. Failure to do so can have severely and serious far-reaching consequences, including financial losses, reputational damage, operational shutdown, and the costs associated with that, compromised patient care, and even threats to life itself. And so your action plan, therefore, is threefold. First, board down cyber readiness education. Provide comprehensive education to your C-suite board and employees on recognizing and mitigating not only ransomware threats, best practices for identifying suspicious emails, avoiding malicious links, and responding to potential ransomware attacks, but how to get and stay ready to begin with at a much larger level than just ransomware, which is just a tiny component of your board, C-suite, and employee readiness. Second, endpoint security solutions. Don't just deploy advanced endpoint security solutions to detect and block ransomware and malware threats, such as antiviruses, before they can infiltrate organizational systems. And don't just implement robust intrusion detection and prevention systems to monitor network traffic for signs of malicious activity. Make sure instead that each of your directors and executives is also fluent in not just device cybersecurity, but their overall individual cybersecurity, from risks to behaviors and tech best practices for their devices, and everything in between, from cloud to travel to social media to authentication systems, etc., and do so in their professional, personal, and family life. Third, data backup and recovery. Don't just establish regular data backup procedures to ensure critical information is securely stored and readily accessible in the event of a ransomware attack. Don't just develop comprehensive incident response plans outlining procedures for containing and mitigating ransomware incidents, including data restoration and recovery protocols. Instead, make also sure each of your directors and executives has mastered the organizational cybersecurity strategy for everything from cyber governance to geopolitical cyber response to regulatory cyber policy response strategy and cyber insurance strategy as well. And not just the strategy, but also their role in it, by committee, by division, and as individuals. As ransomware and malware continue to pose significant risks to organizational resilience and patient confidentiality, directors and executives must remain vigilant and proactive in defending against these cyber threats. By implementing robust cybersecurity measures and fostering a culture of breach deterrent vigilance, organizations can indeed mitigate the impact of ransomware attacks and safeguard their most valuable assets. I'm Andrzej Setnarski, and this is Cyber Broadcast by CyberNation Central, empowering you, directors, executives, and investors to navigate the evolving landscape of cybersecurity with confidence and resilience.